What's up, Louis? Guys here. Hope all of you are doing great. South Africans are facing unprecedented financial pressure with inflation at a 13-year high of 7.8% as of July. Food, fuel, and transport have all reached record levels in recent months. Some basic food items have seen increases of more than 100%. This is just insane. With little control over contributing factors like the ongoing electricity crisis, the war in Ukraine, the South African Reserve Bank has once again turned to interest rates in effort to curb runaway inflation. The 75 basis point interest rate increase announced mid-September is the sixth in a row. The increase means that the repo rate will now be 6.25% per year from 23 September, with the prime lending rate being 9.75%. Before we go ahead, I would really appreciate it if you guys would consider subscribing to my channel. This will just help the YouTube algorithm to show my videos to more people like you that are trying to improve their financial position. With that said, let's jump straight back into it. Realistically, the South African Revenue Bank is caught between a rock and a hard place right now. They know full well the financial pressure that consumers are under and how rising interest rates will affect them in the short term. But they also know how much worse things could get if inflation is left to spiral out of control. Homeowners will definitely start feeling the pinch as their bond repayments continue to climb right alongside the rest of everyday expenses. For some, there are going to be very difficult decisions ahead. Most households have very few luxuries left to cut back on. Property owners and consumers in general are now at breaking point. By dragging its heels for 15 years to fix the problems at Eskom, the government is costing the economy an estimated 4 billion a day. That is billion with a B. That is according to the Business Unity of South African figures. The private sector is losing ground every day and the blows just keeps coming. With another hike of 75 basis points, it means the cost of servicing a bond of 2 million rand has increased by more than 3,700 rand since November last year. People on fixed incomes are going to start losing their homes, and this is just a sad reality. The property sector is a significant contributor to the economy, and while the government needs to hedge against inflation, it also needs to protect its homeowners. The increase is disappointing for aspirant homeowners who is requiring credit and existing homeowners with mortgages, all of whom are already having to contend with the economic impact of severe load shedding, high fuel and rising food costs, and increasing electricity and other municipal tariffs. I think we're on load shedding stage 60. I can't really keep up with the stages. Consumers in general are feeling the strain on household income, with the food and energy price shocks earlier this year creating an inflationary ripple effect across the economy. On the plus side, particularly for first-time home buyers, South Africa's financial institutions appear to be maintaining the appetite for extending mortgages, especially Standard Bank. This is not a sponsor. Despite requiring slightly larger deposits as a percentage of the purchase price, they obviously still give out quite good loans. According to Uber, we all know Uber, deposits reached a low of 5.3% of the purchase price in March this year, but has risen steadily since then, reaching almost 10% in August 2022. However, the pricing of those loans continues to improve, also according to Uber, with the average rate of concession at 0.32% in August. For landlords, higher interest rates are likely to push people toward rental markets amid the uncertainty of when the current cycle will end, so that's obviously good for actual investors and landlords. I expect credit-dependent home buying to slow down in the near term as a result of ongoing interest rate hiking. With a portion of aspirant home buyers waiting it out, in the residential rental market. This is expected to lead to further decline in residential rental vacancy rates and mild near-term rental inflation acceleration. This is all bad news and has enormous impact on the consumers and investors in South Africa. But to end off the video, I'm going to leave you guys with some advice to help navigate these tough economic times. First, always keep improving your credit score, because this will ultimately help you secure great loans even in high interest rate environments. Secondly, always have an emergency fund and save at least 10% of the value of your property to use for loss of income, sudden rate hikes, or even vacancies or repairs. Lastly, keep a lookout for great deals. Buy property when others are fearful, because you might just be able to get a good deal well below market value. Ultimately, you make your money when you buy property, and when you are able to buy a property well below its market value, it definitely gives you an extra margin of safety. With that said, guys, I know in this video I shared a lot of information. I really hope that this can help you navigate these tough times. Hopefully these tips can help you as well. So with that said, if you like this video, consider subscribing to my channel, give it a thumbs up, or even leave a comment down below. I'll see you guys in the next one.